Hello, everyone, and welcome to our channel. I'm Mark,
And I'm Rob.
and today we're going to talk about whether or not Caitlin Clark's autobiography would be fascinating to you or not, say 20 years from now. Rob, I'm pretty sure at some point Caitlin Clark might be tempted to write an autobiography. I don't think she'll do it until her playing days are over with. Like she could just write about season 1 in the WNBA. There's enough drama and stories inside season 1 for a whole book. And I would find it absolutely fascinating, Rob. And here's why. She takes the high road all the time when she answers the question, which that's not how she feels. She's taking the high road for two reasons, Rob, in my opinion. One, every time she takes the high road, she makes another $1,000,000 because she keeps getting more and more endorsements,
Okay.
and she keeps her endorsements.
Mm-hmm.
And number two, she doesn't want the women to hate her any more than they already do. And I think that's why she's taking the high road. What do you think, Rob?
Yeah, I think she should get a T-shirt after the season and say, "I survived season 1 of the WNBA."
Honestly, Rob, it doesn't look easy to me. If she wasn't strong mentally and young, 22 years old, young in terms of handling it physically,
Mm-hmm.
I think this could be really taking a big toll. It's probably taking a toll on her anyways.
Oh
I
yeah.
think so. It's unfortunate, but I can just think about the type of questions I would ask her if I was, say, the ghostwriter or if I was helping her write the autobiography and suggest to her what to put in there. And the first question I would ask her is, what do you really think of Angel Reese? What did you think of when she did the ring thing in your face twice in the championship game as you were walking away? What do you think of Coach Sides? What do
Well,
you think of?
my
Go ahead,
question would be, my first question would be, um, is this what you imagined when you first came into professional league? Is this how you thought this would be the reaction to when you came into the league? That's the question I would ask her.
Right. That would be definite question I would ask her, Rob. And there could be very specifics having to do with that. And
Mm-hmm.
are you surprised by how much hatred there was? Are you
Yeah.
surprised that some of these players you idolize were not very nice people? Are you surprised your GM was incompetent? Are you
Well,
surprised that you thought that you were just going to pass the ball underneath the basket, and because these players were in the WNBA and not at college, they're going to make these layups that maybe college players might miss? Are you surprised they're
well,
missing more layups than college
no,
players?
well, no, but then I would ask her, what was your major adjustment when you first came onto the team? What was your major adjustment that you had to deal with when you came onto a team? Would you be the coach? I would have to adjust first, of course, players, but then I'd have to adjust to the main thinking of my coach, who's completely opposite the way I've been playing most of my basketball career.
Right. Are you? Yeah, you're surprised with your players weren't behind you. Are you surprised that they can't catch your passes? Are you surprised by how bad the refs are? Are you surprised that the refs decided to give you the short end of the stick on calls? Are you surprised that the league didn't seem to appreciate the revenue you were generating?
Or I mean, like, are you amazed by the attendance, by how much? I mean, I know you probably know you were popular, but did you think your popularity would be this would really blow up like this? Filling of your the changing arenas just for you. People are coming to see you. How do you feel about that?
Are you surprised that they kept you off the Olympic team merely because you were too popular?
Yeah, I mean, her autobiography. I mean, like you said, she's only 22, or she's 22, right?
She's 22.
Okay, so I'm sure, and like I said, after the season, I mean, she could write about, like I said, this season. Just write a book about this. Everybody else does that. She could write a book about my first season in the WNBA and how I survived it.
Are you surprised the Olympic coach hates you for no reason? Are you surprised that ESPN doesn't like you either for no reason?
Right? Are you surprised by the media? Why the not just from you maybe expect it from some people, but the media, the way they are treating you and not even giving you the respect that you deserve.
Right.
So I mean, you can go on and on with it, but I mean, those questions. I mean, with her, I mean, like I said, she probably could do a book in one season. After this season, she can do a book
She
and it
could
would
just
sell
write.
out.
She could just write about her first 10 games in the league, and she'd have a whole book, right, Rob? Are you
Well,
surprised at how physical they are with you?
yeah, something like that's how physical the league was, and how
Are you surprised the games are won by physicality as opposed to what you played at Iowa? Where are the games? Where are most of the games won in the trenches in the WNBA? And where are most of the games lost, Rob?
Mm-hmm.
Well, before I got there in Indiana. That's what I would
Right,
say if I was her.
right, right. So yeah, I mean,
Anyways, I could come up with a million questions to
yeah,
ask her, Rob. And I was wondering, like, what was your advice that your parents and agent were giving you about how to handle it every time you came up with new adversity that take
right. I
place?
mean, that'd be the question. How are you? That would be the question. How are you handling such adversity, both physically and mentally? You seem to be you take the high road. You don't complain about the refs or your players or anybody talking about you. You just keep going and playing your game. Why do you have this kind of focus?
How tempted were you to say, listen, my coach has no idea what she's doing? How surprised were you when none of your teammates had your back when Kennedy Carter shoved you to the ground?
Yeah,
I could go on in terms of what what took place in the league, and the fact that it seemed like the whole league didn't want you to succeed merely because you made a lot of money and got a lot of publicity. Did that surprise you? The
yeah.
amount of jealousy and pettiness and how envious they were of you, to the
Mm-hmm.
point where they just wanted you to not succeed at all, to the point of double teaming and triple teaming you all the time.
Yeah. So yeah, I mean, yeah, that's about it. Yeah, I mean, you can go on. So
I'm just saying, I'd be surprised if I was there. Like she said, Coach Bluter let her know about the physicality of the league, but I don't think she didn't think the league would protect her, and the refs wouldn't protect her. So
I
that
think
must.
she was prepared for the physical part, but not the mental part that she's getting. That you
I
can't
don't know,
prepare.
Rob. Got to.
You can't really prepare for that.
I don't know, Rob. The cheap shot by Carter, the ruptured eardrum. Several times she's been hit in the head. I'm not sure she was ready for all that, but I would say that I would find an autobiography from her, especially about her first year in the league, to be absolutely fascinating. But I
Hmm.
think I'm going to have to wait 20 years to get that.
Yeah.
And so, anyways, I would find it interesting. Let me know what you think, whether you really want to know what she really thinks, because she takes the high road all the time. Make some comments down below. And Rob, if you haven't subscribed yet, what are you waiting for? Do so and hit that notification bell when you do. And if you like this video, hit the like button. And join us for our live show between the Indiana Fever and the Dallas Wings on Wednesday, July 17th, 7:30 on ESPN. And our normal live show is every Monday from 6 to 8 Eastern time, except for major holidays and except for the 2 weeks during the Olympics, because we're going to be going live from 2 to 5 every day. That's when it's prime time in Paris, and that's when they have the marquee events. So join us for that, and we'll see you in the next video.
All right. Peace out.